it up for me. Khalid, where are you?
Who's the chick?
My name is Khalid Hilaby. I work for a company called Media, and we've shifted our way from doing IT work for our own, and we build application for other people. It's not easy. It's a way you shift your company from a mentality of a startup and doing enterprise solutions, and still having fun while doing it. Now, the difference is between a startup is building apps for yourself, and then you may, let's say, you waste about 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, name it, and hard work, and then you don't know if your web application would work or not, right? So the difference model is, we are still a startup. We want to build our own applications, but we pitch them to companies. Mostly at the moment, we're dealing with a lot of banks. So we go to a bank, sit down in the boardroom, I'm wearing shorts, everybody's with a full on pad, and I explain to them the application I want to build. If I got sold and they like the idea, that makes business sense to them, that means I only wasted 1 hour if they rejected me, not 6 months. Now, understanding hierarchy in your company is also a key. Let me go back again. So this is the transition between the old company to the new one, and I'm just going to tell you my story that I've learned in shifting that mindset from one state to another. So this is basically a story of the ups and downs, the fuck ups we've done. So understanding a hierarchy of a company, your client's hierarchy and your hierarchy, right? So usually you're going to have a boss, you, and depending on your career, you might have people underneath you, right? Your boss's job is not only to boss you around, his job also to clear your road. If you are stuck somewhere, he's the man or the woman to actually clear the road for you, right? Understanding that is a key. Do not think that, oh, he's bossing you, okay, whatever. Let's just do whatever he wants. No. You need to understand everybody's level, why, and how you react to them. How do you talk to them as well? So, because I'm a techie, I speak in tech. It doesn't work that way.
I can't test.
Okay. So, a lot of coders think your code needs to be perfect, right? Your code needs to have no bugs. I understand, no bugs is a good thing. But thinking of perfection since the beginning is the worst thing you can do, right? You need to ship a product. And to do that, you need to ship something that is good enough. So perfection is not a state. The code is not a state, it's a process. Bit by bit, you make it perfect, you make it better, you make it even more secure or whatever, right? It's just a process. Ship first. A good example is, your boss has a car and he wants a moving car, a car that simply works, right? But if you had that car in the garage and you're trying to make it perfect, your boss is not going anywhere. Because he's still having his car stuck in the garage. Now, another thing that I've learned, black and white, if you promise something to do, or somebody gave you a set of things for you to do, right? Write it down. Because one day, somebody's going to change the specs, somebody's going to add a feature creep or something, right? Having your ass covered by email, something that I had to learn the hard way. So, you have a meeting in a boardroom with a lot of people. Here's the task I need to do. Write it down in an email. Send it. This is exactly what you need. Right? If there is a change, and the deadline has to change as well because of that change, right? You can go back to your email, the one you sent, and say, look, this is what's going on. Adding one more thing will derail the project by how many days. Another thing is, learning to say no. I had to learn this hard way because a lot of developers who aspire to be a good developer say yes to everything. Oh, can we do Facebook Connect? Yeah, cool. Can we do Twitter Connect? Cool, let's do Pinterest Connect. Right? You have a choice. You as a developer have a choice. You might have a lot of projects you're doing right now. This extra thing that comes in your way will slow you down. You might never thought about Pinterest Connect in your life, and somebody just comes to you, it's like, wow, I'm screwed now. So, understanding that you have a choice as a developer and explaining exactly why you do not want to do this Not just simply say no, we cannot do that. You need to explain why you say no. Now, this one I'll talk long about, a lot about this. This is more complicated about this. You as a techie usually think as a techie, right? Think in code. Don't. Because some people will talk to you in business line. I came to you for you to solve me a problem. That problem has a value to me. That problem will increase something. Money, speed, anything, right? Understanding why they're doing this, understanding why these instructions coming your way is the key to solve them. Okay, one example. I sat down at board a long time ago with a lot of business-minded colleagues. They said, okay, we want to build this and this and this and this. First thing that popped in my mind, technologies I want to put in together to make it work. No. Ask, why are you doing it this way? Ask, what is the purpose of this? What's the value you want to bring? If let's say I want to make money and the solution they come out with doesn't make any sense, it doesn't make me money, why do you need to even think about solution yet? Ask. Now, rethinking the way you charge. First thing in my mind was like, okay, you charge per hour. That's fine, that works fine, right? Not perfect. Sometimes your hours is more expensive than this guy, blah, 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 and it's not perfect. Another way is, I've been doing IT for 10 years. Take this. And I could tell to a client, let's say, I want to build an application, and I told the client, okay, get done in 1 month, right? And I could tell them as well, if you want to do it yourself, it will take you 10 years and 1 month to do it, right? So I'm shorting it into 1 month, that's 10 years. That's correct, but not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is this. Woman, I'm creating an application for you, right? How much money do you think you're going to make from this? I understand the value that you want to do. Let's say a bank has a lot of money, right? You don't think that because they have a lot of money, they're going to charge you a lot of money. No. How much is that bank is making out of that product that you're giving? That value is the one that dictates how much money you're going to ask for. If let's say the project will make them $500,000 ringgit, you cannot ask them for 10,000 ringgit because you do it in a week. You cannot do that. Ask for at least 100K. Now, I stood up. That's something that you need to shake up. Yeah. So, for instance, somebody comes to me and says, Khalid, I want a project to be done in 2 weeks' time. Alright, cool. One day I realized that finding PHP developers is not easy. So I started doing Ruby and learning Ruby. And then I wasted 3 days doing Ruby. And I realized, shit, I cannot really do this. I might as well go back to plan A and do it in PHP. Now, I know I'm late by 3 days. The project needs about in 2 weeks. On that last day, my boss comes to me and say, Khalid, where is it? I would say, oh, sorry, I'm going to be late by 3 days. Right? Don't wait to the last minute. Say, I screwed up. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to maybe make things faster, maybe learn new business, maybe bring in new, easier developers, maybe, I don't know if it's easy or hard, I don't know, but maybe I'm trying to do something different. If I waited at the end, my answer to my boss would be, I work even harder on the weekend just to deliver. No. 3 days, you're late. Tell your boss, look, I fucked up. 3 days, 1 week and a half in advance before the deadline, to say extend by 3 more days. He will talk to his client, shut up, relax. Like, you tell your boss you're going to be late for 3 days, 1 week and a half in advance. Why not? Everybody's chilled out, nobody's panicking. Now, okay. So, when you have a problem, a client has a problem, and you want to explain to them, okay, this is how you solve it, and you need to explain it clearly, but what will happen is, what am I going to say here? Next slide. say, I'm going to develop a school app with PHP, MySQL, MongoDB, and some Amazon shit. The guy doesn't really care. All he cares is, will my application run? Will my application run fast? I don't know. I don't care. Business people do not think like that. So if you want to speak to business people, speak to them in their language. Who cares? You want to brag? Brag with your guys around you, the techie guys. Oh, I built this in PHP. Right? But the business guys don't get that. Ignore that. So when you pitch an idea, pitch in the right mindset. Pitch as a business person. Understand that these guys are looking for value, money, increasing something. Is not looking good. Nobody cares about it. I feel I sound harsh. It might be harsh. If somebody told me this 5 years ago, I would tell the speaker. But you learn after bit by bit. You understand. I mean, this is something that I had to learn the hard way. I mean, I told one of the guys like, "Hey, this code is perfect. It's working." He gets a mouthful from the client. Where's my project? It's not shipped yet. I'm late, so it's not good to do that. Now, micromanagement. I realized that when somebody comes to, go on, are you done? So when that's happened, literally happens because you lost the trust of the person. I mean, if you're a manager or the client or something else, you're late, right? So for you to manage expectations correctly and basically give some extra timeline or know to communicate properly to these guys, they will not micromanage you. When you lost the person's, the boss or client or whatever's trust, that is what's going to happen. Micromanage. If somebody starts micromanaging you, you know you're fine.